Welcome to the Jeddah Street Circuit for what we hope is going to be a gripping day of racing. It's time to get underway as we join the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. An interesting circuit, this one, the newest on the Formula One calendar. And like most street circuits, it's sure to present the drivers with an interesting technical challenge. Some challenging turns for the drivers to negotiate as well. And at the same time, they're going to have to manage their tyres very carefully in this heat. And I'm delighted, as always, to introduce Anthony Davidson, who'll be taking you through all the action alongside me today. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? And let's see who's able to keep their tyres in that temperature sweet spot early on. You've got a great tyre warmer underneath your right foot, and the drivers need to make the most of that on the formation lap, lest they see themselves skating wide at turn 1 on cold rubber.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Perez, Valtteri Bottas, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Gasly, and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda, and Stroll, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
What's going on, dudes? It's your dude, JB Dude, and welcome back to the F1 2021 Championship season. Picking up where we left off, we went off from Azerbaijan for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Managed to get a good performance after I didn't do well with qualifying there. Managed to keep it a steady pace. Battled very well, us McLaren versus Ferrari. Very good battle. And then last lap, it was a battle between me and Ricciardo for, I think, 5th, from what I can remember. Very close, almost the exact same situation as not Azerbaijan, Abu Dhabi, which was the second race of the season. But now we have moved on from Azerbaijan to another street circuit. This is one of the newest street circuits, the last collection of the new tracks for this calendar. We are here in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Yes, it's in Saudi Arabia. I've seen drivers race on this track, and I know how difficult it is, well, for me, looking at it. And as I tried it out in practice, had a bit of a shaky start, but managed to get some good grips. The main difficulty I'll have for this track is the multiple chicanes. There are 3 of them that I have to go through, I think, and they're just going to be very difficult for me to get through them because I'm not good at keeping it straight, and I'll go wide a lot. May end up hitting the walls and cutting the corners as well, but who knows? We'll find out in this race. I qualified 3rd for this race. My qualifying was really good. Had a bit of trouble in the first lap of Q3. Then I started to gain some momentum and got some drafting from one of the Red Bulls in front of me in the last lap, last run. Last corner, did pretty well. Got a good grip, good and exit to get myself up to 3rd. Really good. Lewis Hamilton finally takes the top spot away from Verstappen. Been a while. He also lines up on the front row. Verstappen and Hamilton, same front row. As I looked at the top 5, I noticed the top 5's gap is only 3/10 off from each other. So we are going to be very close for this race. Hopefully it'll happen. Probably not, because I tend to screw up a lot in these races, but hopefully not this race. It could happen because it's my first time on this track, so I have no idea how well I'll do. I don't know how well the others will do. We're about to find out right here. So race strategy wise, we're going for one-stop strategy, 25 laps, because this track is pretty high temperature, which means a lot of managing the tires. I saw medium tires because I managed to get enough pace in the medium tires for Q2. looking at this, I think this will work well. I've got a balanced car setup because I need good grip around the corners and chicanes. I'm going to lower the amount of laps because there's no point of me changing it a lot. I normally use the fuel mix to change my fuel usage in the corners and in the straights. But because I don't do that for some reason here, I'll have to just set up as low as possible without going overboard. So I think I've got everything set up. I'm kind of a bit nervous for this race, but this is the second last race of the season. Hopefully we'll do well with this race. I completely forgot that I didn't put Japan in here. Or maybe I did do Japan earlier. I can't remember, but I thought Japan was next on my calendar from what I remember, but it's actually Saudi Arabia, and I completely forgot about this track. But I definitely know Brazil is the last race that we'll be heading to next race for the final race of the season. Sure, it's a lot of, it'll be a lot of fun there, but we're going to focus on this race, and hopefully I'll do well, so let's jump right in. Let's start this race. I'm pretty anxious. Gonna rev up the engine. 5 lights are up. Here in Saudi Arabia, it's lights out, and away we go for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Not a good jump compared to Perez. Well, let's see how well I do in the corner. Oh, made some contact with Perez, but I managed to stay ahead. Verstappen and Hamilton side by side. Verstappen's on mediums. Hamilton is on softs. He has to get behind Hamilton because on these chicanes it's a one line drive, I think, which that is fair enough. So right now just trying to stay ahead. Perez is trying to make a move here. I don't know if I got the pace needed. Oh my gosh, we collided again. I pushed Perez off, not good. Ricciardo's got ahead of Bottas. I just noticed that. He's in the top 5. He's on softs. I think Bottas is on mediums, which probably explains why Ricciardo managed to get ahead of him. Oh jeez, I almost nearly forgot about this corner here. But I managed to get back into shape. Definitely gonna lose out to Verstappen and Hamilton right away, which is usual at this point now, so be alright. As we come around the final corner, getting to the finish line, Hamilton leads away from Verstappen to me, to Perez, to my teammate Ricciardo as the top 5 you see. See how well I can stay with everyone around me. Who knows what will happen? Definitely behind me because I'm gonna be slow enough for them to catch up to me. But who knows if I'll stay with those guys ahead of me. And as you can see, I'm already tight in these corners. Like I literally have to slow down a lot. Now Perez is going to try and make a move on me again. It's definitely, the compound comparison between softs and mediums is pretty big. Because from what I noticed, the soft tires are like probably almost a second quicker than the mediums. So I'm definitely going to be vulnerable to Perez behind me. He's going to try everything in his power to pass me as early as he can. Well, I'm not going to give him a good, easy fight here. We'll try everything to keep him at bay. But he's definitely looking quick, though. Coming around the second time. Completing the second lap. Well, Perez is pretty close to me. He's going to try and make a move. I have to use my ERS to stay ahead of him. Ricciardo's getting close too. I might try and make a sneaky move and try to hold him up to allow Ricciardo to try to get ahead of Ricciardo. Let's see. This chicane here I always struggle with the most. Oh geez, a little wide there, but that's okay. Still managed to get ahead. While I have this breathing room, I think, over Perez, I'm surprised how well I did in qualifying. Like, I had a feeling I was going to struggle because I'm going to be hitting walls and cutting corners, but I did pretty well in qualifying compared to the other drivers, so I'm pretty happy with that. But that doesn't mean I'll do well in the race, though. Because I'm trying to block Perez at every way I can. What I like about this track is that some of these curves here aren't as bumpy as I hoped, because they're nice and flat. I'm gonna try dive bomb Perez because he passed me. Try to pass me straight. I'm gonna pass him in the corner. That's how I battle these guys.
The car in front is
and it works well for me because I'm quicker in the corners and out, I think, but they're quick in the straight. Well, actually, they're quicker in the in exiting the corners, but I'm quick entering the corners. That's a good. A few times in this section, I have to lay off the acceleration to just make the corners perfect. And that's the way I might have to do in this first sector, so... Which that's alright in my opinion. Oh geez, Perez is making a move on me on the inside.
Okay,
and it looks like it's gonna work.
Mistake.
But I'm gonna try to pass him, and I've got DRS, so I'll be able to pass him easily. Little nudge at the rear, but no damage added, so good thing too. Just barely making the corners here too. He's definitely gonna try to pass me. Nikita Mazepin is out of the race. Bit of a shame for Nikita Mazepin. But, as you can see on the mini-map, that's where he stopped one of the chicanes. That's unfortunate for Mazepin. I'm noticing here on the time gaps on in the top right of my screen, Hamilton is pulled away from Perez by about 3 seconds, and Perez is once again trying to pass me, but I'm going to try pass him again. Oh, he's going to try block me. I'm saying no, buddy. I will block you. I will keep you at bay. As I noticed, he overtook me, and then he tried to defend his position and try to block me. But as we were about to enter the corner, he was just saying his line to make it. But I was just diving in just to keep him at bay. I will say though, despite fighting Perez, I'm still keeping up with Verstappen up ahead. Just a little bit. He's 2.5 seconds at the moment, and I just went a little wide there, but that's okay. So yeah, as you can see, I'm still with him there. Not too far, so that's good. Okay. Just gotta focus here. At least some chicanes, they're not as tight as the first one. So that's an easy one. So they're easy ones for me. And this corner didn't quite get that right a little bit. Oh, Perez is right on my rear again. This is where he's quicker than me and tries to make a move. But I'm just so quick that I can just dive on the inside right here on this corner and keep him at bay. I feel like it's gonna be like that a lot for most of this first few laps. Probably for the next 5 laps, I'm guessing. And because of that, I keep saying Paris. Verstappen is pulling away a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. Which, I don't mind Verstappen, I'm just only focusing on Paris behind me. And as I noticed, Bottas got around Ricciardo back for that 5th position. Oh jeez, I went a little wide there. Luckily, no warning.
2.9 seconds.
Yeah, we've established that. It's pretty tight. Honestly, the corners... Jeez, I gotta focus in these corners. For the turns on both ends of the track, as you see on the minimap, are possibly the best corners for me. Cause I can just go for a smooth turn on both ends. Jeez, I noticed there's a little bump there on the track. Well, that's okay. Surprisingly, I'm still ahead of Paris. I think he's gonna have DRS on me this time. Yes, he does. Okay, I gotta defend here.
We're leading our teammate by 2.8
Right.
seconds.
He's gonna have to. Oh, whoa, Paris! You didn't have the space there, Paris. Why did you dive bomb on me? I closed the door on him and he just still sticks the corner. Right now I'm really screwing up here. Well, now he's really falling back. Does he have damage? I wonder if he's got damage after making contact with me. I feel like he does because I closed the door on him because I didn't think he was gonna make the corner as I braked later than him, but he still stuck it in there. So that's when I hit his front wing. I reckon he's got front wing damage. I reckon that's the case.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds.
Definitely after making that contact, not only lose time for me to stay with Verstappen, but I think Paris might lose that. He's going to lose that to Bottas. Bottas is trying to make a move on Paris. I have a feeling he's got damage. He's going to have to pit. We'll find out right here. No, he does not. Okay, so he doesn't have much damage. But Bottas is making a move on Perez, and he goes up to 4th. Bit of an early drama in this race so far, and I came up victorious in that battle. So now I'm going to try and hold my position until my pit stop. As we're about 10 laps in, Hamilton pits for his first and only stop. It's going to change from softs to mediums. So that'll elevate
Daniel's in the pits.
me and Norris. Oh, and my teammate is in the pits as well, also pitting from softs to mediums. Seems like the pit stops are open for the soft runners. Alright, so that puts Verstappen in the lead with me in 2nd, and I'm still 3.6 seconds. It looks like I'm catching him just a little bit, but not much. We'll see how it goes over time. Oh,
Green flag. Green flag.
green
We're
flag.
racing
There's a
again.
yellow flag behind me. It looks like one of the Mercedes is in trouble.
In this lap.
And my
In
pit
this
window
lap.
is
Push
open.
now.
Looks like Verstappen's pitted for softs. Who was it that's in
Teammate
Who is it that's in
behind is
trouble?
25.2 seconds.
Oh, Valtteri Bottas is out of the race. Wow, that's a real shame for Bottas. Real shame. So that leaves Hamilton as the only Mercedes driver still standing, and he's catching up really quick with those new fresher medium tires. As I notice, Verstappen is pitted for softs. I still go on for one more lap. see if I can stretch the mediums a little bit further so I can get fresher soft tires advantage. Hamilton is under 8 seconds behind me, so I really got to push now. I was catching Verstappen before I was looking at trouble with before I looked at Bottas retiring. I was catching him by about 0.2 of a second quicker each lap. Because I was matching my pace very well in this section here, and that's how I got close to Verstappen. Hopefully, once I come in with the new softs, I'll be able to speed past these guys.
Yellow flag.
And now it is clear. Hopefully, I don't screw up entering here. I have a feeling it's gonna come up. No, it's... What? How do I spit in the... You're kidding me. I sped in the pit lane? But how was that possible? I was just checking to see where my speed limit was at, and I somehow sped up in the pit lane.
Stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I feel like I got robbed there with that penalty given. I felt like the game just screwed me with that penalty. Although I am over 5 seconds ahead of my teammate Ricardo, and I've not seen Perez around. He's behind the 2 Ferraris, so he probably did have damage, but he decided to keep going until his pit stop, which that's probably I would have done if I had tiny or little damage to my front wing. That's what I would have done. And because of that penalty, I won't be able to try to pass Hamilton and Verstappen, which might not likely be the case at this rate, because they're over 8 seconds ahead of me, and I'm over 6 seconds ahead of my teammate Ricardo. So the penalty might not affect me. I'll just be able to save my position, and might be able to get another podium. Been consistent with my podium claims lately. We'll see if I can get another one. It looks like Verstappen has got around Hamilton for the lead once again. Once again he leads, and once again he is leading, going for another victory. After I finish with this season, I'm gonna track back to see how many wins he ended up with at the end of this season, because he has been dominating this season. No one can catch him. Not even Hamilton can catch him. He's done everything to make him a superstar in this sport. Like, he has proved himself that no one can stop him, which annoyingly, it's annoying. But hopefully in the future things will change, like maybe some rule changes, and maybe we can get back to close competition, which is what I like in many sports and games, is that when things get very close to see who wins. As we got 6 laps to go here in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, like I said, surprisingly doing well in this track. This might be my best track. This might be the best one out of the 3 other new tracks we've had in this F1 2021 season. We've had Emilia, we've had Portugal, and now we've had Saudi Arabia. And out of the results so far, if I keep up the way I'm driving in this race, this might be my best one compared to the other 2. We'll see, we'll find out. Three laps to go here. I set the fastest sector 3 here in Jeddah. for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As I go a little bit wide there, Verstappen leads from Hamilton with the fastest lap. I'm catching Hamilton. He's 9 seconds ahead of me. Don't know if I'll be able to catch him in time.
Concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Sure, Jeff. I'll just quickly say, looking at this gap, might not be able to catch up to Hamilton in time. But I think I've done pretty well where I've got to. Definitely going to get another podium as I'm 18, made that 19 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. So now, I'm going to try and continue onwards to make it to the end with a podium finish. Whoa, gained a second on Hamilton as I set the fastest sector 1. A bit sketchy. I could try to gain, take the fastest lap away from Verstappen. Could do it, you never know. Oh no, I hit the wall. Dang it. Got a little bit of damage on the front wing now. Ah, that's a shame. Had a good run.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
1 lap of fuel remaining. Wait, is my fuel... Hang on. Let me see here. No, my fuel is okay. I thought it was in danger for a second there. Well, I tried to get the fastest lap, but
This is your final lap.
won't be the
Final lap
case,
of the race.
unfortunately. As the final lap here in Saudi Arabia, here in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Verstappen leads to Hamilton, to Mayers, in the final podium spot at the moment. My teammate Ricciardo's is in 4th, great position for him. He's still trying to stay ahead of Perez, who's in 5th, rounding the top 5, and then I don't know who is in the remainder spots for points. Oh jeez, as I went too wide there. Yeah, definitely take that corner cutting warning. Actually, more than just corner cutting. Probably should have taken a penalty. But despite the penalty I have here, it doesn't make much of a difference for me, as I'm still going to be in the same position as where I am. Perez and Bottas unfortunately got screwed over with mechanical failures and colliding with me, or battling with me. Perez tried to pass me, but I blocked him, made some contact with him, and took off a bit of his front wing, made him slow down for Bottas to pass, but unfortunately he retired due to mechanical failure. So it's a good day in the office for us McLaren, 3 and 4, as Max Verstappen wins here in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, as Hamilton will take 2nd. I will come around the final corner to take the final spot, and my teammate Ricciardo, who's holding off a 2nd ahead of Perez, he might get 4th, I don't know, but definitely a top 5 for us McLaren. 3 and 4, or 3 and 5, we'll see. Driver of the day goes to my teammate Daniel Ricciardo. Nice! Great stuff from him, getting driver of the day. It's a stunning performance for us. Possibly not as good as Red Bull here, as Verstappen wins here, and Perez getting back into the top 5 after colliding with me. But yeah, great performance. So that's another podium to my collection this year. Definitely very interesting results for me. And in case if you guys were wondering what difficulty the AI are, they're at 90% out of 110. So basically, very difficult AI difficulty. So I've shown some great skills against these guys, and also because I'm in a middle pack team compared to the front runners. Champagne all over, as we have Dutch on the top with the 2 Britons right next to each other. Great performance, great results, definitely good results here in Saudi Arabia. Definitely my best performance out of any of the new tracks this year. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that.
After an incredible day of racing,
Yeah,
who
after
was
an
your
incredible
driver of the day,
day,
Ant?
Max Verstappen wins here in Saudi Arabia in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He also takes the fastest lap. I tried to get the fastest lap away from him, but I collided with one of the walls as I came in too deep. Or I turned in too much and hit the wall. That was unfortunate, but still managed to get a top 3 with Hamilton in second and me in third with the final spot of the podium. Daniel Ricciardo, my teammate, gets 4th ahead of Perez, who, despite colliding with me, catches back up into the top 5 in 5th. Charles Leclerc takes 6th, his teammate Carlos Sainz takes 7th, Fernando Alonso takes 8th, Pierre Gasly takes 9th, and Esteban Ocon rounds up the top 10. And as you can look at the bottom, both Nikita Mazepin and Valtteri Bottas retired due to mechanical failures. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys have any other suggestions, please leave a comment down below. Next episode, we're going to move on to the final race of the season. We'll finally finish up this 21 season and then immediately jump straight to the 22 season, as I'm falling behind time on schedules of F1 games, as the pre-order of F1 23 is out. The release will be out sooner or later this month in June. Hopefully we'll get these all done as quickly as possible and then try to get to 23 if I can in the future. Early on, maybe later, who knows, only future will tell. We'll find out what we'll do in the last race. Who knows what results will happen. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.